Today I'm going to evaluate Maciel. He's on his 7th project, which feels like just yesterday because I still remember it was my icebreaker and Luis came as a guest and he immediately joined after that, and within the months Luis is already on his 7th project. And he's doing a research year topic project, and he's going to share the story of Frida Khalo. Abide me, Luis, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. The story of Frida Khalo. She's a Mexican artist, and he's going to provide more information on her life, on her career. As part of this project, speaker has to decide a subject which is important to audience to know. He's going to put some efforts researching this topic with numerous resources. He's going to make a points with numerous examples, illustrations, some supporting materials. And during his speech, I'll be looking if the speech is organized, it is well researched. Speaker is not making his own points, but he's mentioning some of the facts which we have for the topic. So without further ado, I would like to call Maciel, the story of Frida Khalo, Maciel.
Hello, Toastmasters members, welcome guests. I'm here excited to talk to you about someone that I already know information because she's a Mexican artist, but at the same time, I didn't know a lot or a whole of her life, and 7 minutes is not enough to talk about her, but I tried to bring you the most important things about Frida Kahlo. The story of Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo is a Mexican artist who painted many portraits, self-portraits, and her work was mostly inspired by nature and Mexican popular culture. She employed many folkloric and art style to explore identity, post-colonialism, gender, class, and the race in Mexican society, which is one of the reasons why she is known internationally. And her paintings have a very strong biographical elements and mix realism with fantasy. One more important thing about her is that she started the movement of Mexicayotl, which is bringing back all the Mexicanity, if you want to name it in English that way. You know, we were visited by Spaniards, so this movement tried to bring back all religion, the language, which the language in Mexico originally is not Spanish, it's Nahuatl, because the Aztecs were who founded the city. And Mexicayotl is a Nahuatl word, actually. So she was very influenced by that in her art. Also, her work has been celebrated internationally as emblematic of Mexican national and indigenous traditions, and by feminists for what is seen as its uncompromising depiction of the female experience and form, which is a very, it's like her hallmark of Frida Kahlo, and it's the reason why she's known in the world. I'm gonna try at the same time as I speak about her what I've known personally, because I had the chance to visit her house in Mexico City. So the Blue House in Mexico City is the place where she spent most of her life. It's in Coyoacan, Mexico, which is around Mexico City. And those are some of the photographs that I had the chance to take. And once you go to this museum, because right now it's a museum, you have to abide by the rules. And one of the rules, in case you go there, is you pay a small ticket to be able to take photographs. And I did pay the ticket, and these are some of the photographs that I took. The experience of being there, I want to pinpoint, and I want to use this word, ineffable. It was hard for me to describe how I felt when I was in her bedroom. This is her bedroom, and I'm not a person who believes in strange things, and being there made me feel like her energy was there, and you can feel it. it was a personal experience. I'm not sure if everyone feels the same way, but that's how I felt. I'm showing you more photographs. You can see her clothes, you can see the house is beautiful. It's you can tell, very authentic Mexican. The design, the rooms, the kitchen, and that's me. So, going back to her life, her full name was actually Magdalena Carmen Frida Khalo y Calderon. Her parents were Guillermo Khalo, who was German, and her mother, Matilde Calderon y Gonzalez, was mestiza. Mestiza is a word for a mix of Mexican and Spaniard. So her life was very troubled, and I think full of a lot of dramatic events. So at 6, she was left disabled by polio. At 18, she had a severe accident that left her very difficult medical problems for the rest of her life. So she was struggling with this for the rest of her life. So she originally was supposed to study medical for doctor, but because of the accident and the aftermath and the recovery, she wasn't able to go to medical school. And she started discovering her talent as an artist. More of her life, in 1927, she got involved in politics, which is where she met Diego Rivera, a very big famous pluralist in Mexico. In 1928, they got married, and they stayed together until Frida Kahlo died. And they remarried the following year. There were a lot of gossips about their relationships, so a lot of drama. She traveled to Mexico, but it was Andre Brenton in 1938 who made her well known, because of him, she had her first solo exhibition in New York, and that was very successful. In 1939, she went to Paris, and she became the first woman, Mexican artist, to have to be featured in the collection of the Louvre Museum in Paris. We have more of her life. She died in 1954 at 47. Something that really impressed me was when she was about to die, she got one of her legs amputated because she got gangrene problems. And for her solo exhibition in Mexico, she was able to go. An ambulance took her to the exposition, and she was able to join and talk to the people who attended. That was very impressive for me. I didn't know that. So in Phoenix, I went to the Hair Museum in May last year. I was able to see some of her art, and I loved it. I loved all her photos, her paintings. Some of them are here. And to finalize, I have some of her quotes that I do love. One of them is, "I drank to drown my sorrows, but the damn things learn how to swim." I don't paint dreams or nightmares, I paint my own reality. And one more, "I hope the exit is joyful, and I hope never to return." And I hope you enjoyed this information about Frida Kahlo as I did.